Mountain is high, Sumeru, gazed on with wondering pride, planets in the starry orbits, stopped for a while in pace. Ghosts in a shaken heavens, down to the earth they race. Birds in their flaming feathers, beasts in their vest of gold, fish on the water's surface make themselves dare be bold. Skies gray have lost their darkness, silvered moon shines instead. Love deserts open in glory, honoring Gautama great. He sounded life's big secret, his measured life's big dawn. He knows the way and watchword, flower of mankind is born, flower is born.
It was a full moon day of Vesak in the year 623 before Christ.
In the kingdom of the Sakyan clan, near the Indian-Nepal border, Prince Siddhartha was born to King Suddhodana and his queen, Mahamaya.
Lotuses bloomed at Lumbini Garden, where his mother, Queen Mahamaya, gave birth to him.
The prince grew up to be a fine young man.
He was well educated and trained to be the future king of the Sakyan clan.
At the age of 16, the prince married his beautiful cousin, Princess Yashodhara.
It was a happy marriage, and the prince lived a life of luxury in the king's palace.
In the palace, the prince was very protected from the outside world.
Thus, the prince never knew any kind of suffering.
However, when the prince was 29 years old, something happened that changed his life.
For the very first time in his life, the prince came out of the king's palace into the outside world. What he saw filled him with pain and sorrow.
If a man could live a meaningful life, if a man can open his eyes, take a look at the world, to realize the things we wonder why. The old man is weak, so wrinkled and dry. The sick is moaning in pain. The deaf wouldn't know, no feelings to show. Oh, where can we hide? There must be the way the wise used to say. The answer is far away. Where shall I go? Whom shall I see? I must leave this misery. The ones used to say the answer is far away. Where shall I go? Whom shall I see? I must leave this misery. I must leave this misery.
Well, what exactly did the prince see? The first sight was a very old man, feeble, weak, grey and bent with old age. The second sight was a sick man, exhausted, helpless, pale-looking, crying out and suffering in pain.
The third sight was a dead body, cold, stiff, decaying, and lifeless. These three sights were extremely painful to the compassionate prince, and he felt a deep sense of sorrow and suffering for humanity.
The fourth sight was a holy man wearing yellow robes. His face was calm, serene, and radiating with joy.
The fourth sight brought hope into the prince's heart, because the holy man, after renouncing all worldly pleasures, he still finds calm, peace, and happiness.
After seeing these four sights, the prince knew, deep in his heart, that he had to renounce the world to search for truth and peace.
At midnight, he took a final look at his wife and baby son, who were fast asleep.
My fond young wife, oh fare you well. I leave your side to come again. A sage of sages, kings of kings, this holy hour, though full of pain. This palace vast is small to me. I cannot breathe nor lie at rest. The vaster world bids me to leave this vanity for what is best. So fare thee well, my only son, reclining in the mother's arms. I go to build the ram of truth, hence live I all with folded palms, and mount my horse and fly through time, to conquer pain and birth and death, to find a way to reach that bliss I leave behind, this parson wealth. My fond young wife, oh fare ye well. I leave your side to come again. A sage of sages, kings of kings, this holy hour, the full of pain.
And then, without further hesitation, he quickly left the king's palace, together with his servant Chana.
The prince then mounted on his horse, Kansaka, and rode as fast as he could into the darkness of the night.
When they arrived at the river Anoma, the prince took off his royal suit, cut off his hair, and put on the yellow robes of a holy man.
His search for truth and peace had begun.
He wandered about as an ascetic, far and wide, seeking many teachers to learn about the truth.
But he could not find the answer from his teachers.
So he decided to find the truth on his own.
He lived the life of an ascetic for 6 long years, searching for truth and peace.
He meditated in the forests
By the riverbanks, under the shade of the trees.
and under the stars.
He subjugated himself to extreme self-mortification. Neglecting his basic human needs, fasting till his body was reduced to a mere skeleton.
And yet he could not find the answer.
By this time, the Bodhisattva realized that enlightenment could not be gained with an exhausted body.
He realized enlightenment could only be gained by the way of the middle path.
Thus the Bodhisattva started taking food offered by the villagers.
And finally, after struggling for 6 long years, at the age of 35 on Vesak night, the Bodhisattva sat and meditated under the famous Bodhi tree.
His mind was clear, calm, and pure.
He then attained perfect enlightenment on that beautiful night of Vesak.
Under the sacred gold tree, whilst good and ill warring he, for victory held the world enthralled, sat he who let worldly joys, shook and mighty forest, trembled like slender reeds, thunder pealed and monstrous form of fear and sin revealed. La 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 There came a blessed morning, the sun rose radiantly. He attained enlightenment, a bliss denied to none. Around his seat the flowers sprang, sweet music filled the air, and every being came with joy to pray to the Lord Buddha there. La 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 la
The teachings of the Buddha are very simple. That is simply to do good
To avoid evil,
and to purify our mind.
the Buddha always stressed on personal salvation.
Nobody can save us but ourselves.
The Buddha only shows the way.
It is left to us to follow the middle path and to find truth and peace from within ourselves.
By ourselves is evil done, by ourselves we pain endure, by ourselves become we pure. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Buddhas merely show the way. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. Buddha merely shows the way.
The Buddha devoted the rest of his life teaching the Four Noble Truths to all who were willing to listen.
His teachings were so great that rich and poor,
Saints and sinners,
kings and criminals,
scholars and illiterates,
came to him for refuge.
with great compassion, the Buddha helped the poor who were neglected, ennobled the lives of sinners, and purified the corrupted lives of criminals,
The compassionate Buddha gave strength to the feeble,
united the divided,
guided the deluded,
dignified the noble,
and enlightened the ignorant, as in the case of Angulimala,
Angulimala
the garland of fingers.
was obliged to fetch 1,000 fingers as a token for his education.
His teacher's mind had been poisoned by Angulimala's jealous classmates.
Angulimala started killing hundreds of innocent travelers who passed by the forest where he dwelled.
The king of Kosala then ordered a search party to capture Angulimala.
His mother, after knowing this, quickly rushed into the forest to inform Angulimala.
At that time, Angulimala needed only one more finger to complete his garland of fingers.
Upon seeing his mother approaching, there was only one thought in his mind.
And that was to take the life of his own mother.
At that moment, the compassionate Buddha appeared.
With his sword rose, Angulimala charged after the Buddha instead.
But the harder Angulimala ran,
The further the Buddha seemed to be.
although the compassionate one was only walking.
Stop thee, O suffering princely monk, who hasten on like falling rain. I want a finger from thy foot to finish off my bloody chain. Stop thee, O suffering princely monk, who hasten on like falling rain. I want a finger from thy foot to finish off my bloody chain. I do not run, you run instead. Please stop a while and follow me. Angulimala, I'm not content to know that thou art not yet free. Please throw that bloody chain aside. There is a better, nobler way. to live thy life and reach that truth. Angulimala for you today. And as went by that Indian time, what Buddha's saintless way he heard, and sinner changed to blessed saint, and preached he out the hallowed word.
Angulimala was actually one of the most brilliant and obedient students.
He was able to understand and realize the simple statements uttered by the Buddha.
I do not run, you run instead.
The Buddha was no longer running in the world of samsara,
The world of delusion and the world of suffering.
whereas Angulimala was still running up and down.
Doing bad things.
The Buddha advised him to
Stop and follow him. That is, to walk the way of the truth.
Thus, on hearing the Dhamma, Angulimala put down his sword,
Turned over a new leaf and took refuge in the Buddha by following the middle path.
in the Four Noble Truths. The Buddha taught us how to be free from suffering.
To be free from suffering, we have to first understand the true nature of all phenomenon,
And every phenomenon is impermanent
unsatisfactory.
and non-self.
However, to the deluded one, not knowing the true nature of things is like being enshrouded in a cloak of darkness.
When Kisa Goswami lost her only child, she was inconsolable in her grief and sorrow.
With this Vesak crowd, a woman winds her way, a shawl thrown on her shoulder, of weary limb and gray. She has lost her only son 2 weeks ago today. The tears do flow so freely this holy Vesak day. She lights her little lamp, she burns the scented sticks, she places blooms on the altar, then kneels on marble bricks.
Master, please bring my child from death. I shall give you everything you ask. I have heard that you are a great healer. So then please, heal my poor child. Oh, my poor child.
Dear Sister Gotami, I shall bring your child back to life again. But first of all, get me some mustard seeds from a family whom death has not touched.
Some mustard seeds? Do you mean what you say, Master? I shall get you the mustard seeds in no time. I promise, Master. Please wait here, my child. I shall come back. You shall then be able to hear me sing for you again. Wait here, my child.
And so, Kisa Gotami went to find the life-saving mustard seeds as asked by the Buddha.
Madam, please, madam. May I have some mustard seeds from your kitchen?
Mustard seeds? Mustard seeds, of course. Why not? Please wait here for a while. I will get it for you.
But wait, sir. May I ask you a question?
Yes, what is your question?
I would like to know if any of your family members passed away before.
Yes, my grandpapa passed away last month. May I know why?
Oh, never mind. I just wish to get some mustard seeds from a family whom death has not yet touched.
I'm very sorry, sister.
Kisa Gotami went round and round the village searching for the mustard seeds, but she could not find any.
Finally, she realized that death, like birth, is part of our life.
All conditioned things that arises will one day fade away.
She hears the Master's word repeated by a monk. All this will pass away. We are as people drunk. We are but clay that melts. Our deeds alone remain. The past will always perish until nirvana's gained. Today we live, next day we die, as all things born. But actions as our karma, we reap what we have sown. Her eyes were dry, she felt that the dream of life was only good and noble actions were to nothingness past, were to nothingness past.
The Buddha's teachings did not end with his passing away.
Until today, after more than 2,500 years, millions of people walk the path, the middle path, guided by the inspiring words of the compassionate Buddha.
The Buddha's teachings remain like a light in the darkness,
a treasure that we must always remember.
It's by far the hardest night. Darkness seems to fall. The light of truth will lighten up. It will shine for all. May it shine and always glow. The Dharma's light will show. It's part of truth to everyone, for those who do not know. Its gleam of brightness will remain to guide us in every way, striving now and then again till we reach Nibbana's day. May they shine and always glow. The Dharma's light will show. It's part of truth to everyone, for those who do not know. Its gleam of brightness will remain to guide us in every way, striving now and then again till we reach Nibbana's day.
Brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, we are all children of the Buddha.
Let us all unite and spread the beautiful words of the truth to all our fellow friends, relatives, and children.
Let righteousness be heard.
Let its sense of love and kindness be felt.
Let faith and courage be seen as we march along the path of truth. Children of the Buddha,
Children of the Buddha,
be proud to share the universal teachings of our Master,
Gotama the Buddha.
We are Buddha's loyal children, marching neath his banner true, proud to follow when he leads us, glad his holy will to do, marching forward
sing this together, okay? Everyone.
We are Buddha's loyal children, marching neath his banner true, proud to follow where he leads us, right his holy will to do, marching forward, ever forward, loyal children we will be, neath the Buddha's glorious banner, we will follow faithfully, bravely forward into battle, we advance at his command, against the power of sin and error, facing us on every hand. When at last we stand triumphant, and the weary fight is over, onward still our Lord shall lead us to Nirvana's peaceful shore.
Thank you very much for your participation.
We hope you have enjoyed The Life of Gotama Buddha, the musical. Thank you very much.
Thank you.